for now. Give me your comments, feedback on that. I just don't think with the numbers that I have that's going to make much difference moving one night to the other, because my numbers are steady all week long, whether it's a live show or whether they're listening to archives. You can't even tell the difference half the time.
You have a caller, Sherry?
Okay, go ahead and put them on.
Caller, you're up.
Hi, Sherry. This is Joe from Tucson.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good. I had a comment about your last caller. You guys were talking about chip implantations.
Right.
And, I remember I saw on the Today Show a couple years ago that they had a family who did it live where they implanted chips.
Oh, yeah, the one in Florida?
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's going to be, implanted underneath the skin.
Yeah, and you know who's pushing that and promoting it?
Who's that?
Pat Robertson.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, right after that family did that, he had the chairman, the CEO of Digital Angel on the 700 Club.
Uh-huh.
And he sat there and talked about the praises of this chip. You know?
Oh, my.
How much more do people need?
I know, right there, that was like a revelation right there when that family did that. It was like a...
That woke you up.
Yeah, it was like, this is like, it's coming into reality now.
Yeah, it's going to startle you into reality at where we are. You're watching Bible prophecy unfold before your eyes.
I know, it's strange is what it is. And then plus, I wanted to ask you, too, I know you had mentioned that you think the tribulation may begin this September.
Yeah.
Is that something the Lord led you to, or is this something you just...
No, it's just my own opinion.
From all your information you've gathered? And
Yeah, just my own research. I don't have a thus saith the Lord on it or anything.
Right.
But I just, if I was going to pull a year, that would be it, 2005, September. I do know that we have leeway years up until 2007. That would be like the last time of grace you could even imagine having, because 2007 on and the ball is rolling.
Yeah.
The ball is rolling fast. It's rolling hard between, after 2007.
Yeah, I remember you talking to a caller about 2 shows ago that you believe about 2012, that'll be when Yahushua returns.
Yeah.
So 2005 makes sense. That'll be 7 years right there, right? And
yeah, I see his coming at the end of 2011, towards the end.
Oh, uh-huh.
And so that would just lead right into 2012.
Yeah.
And because you're looking at 2 different calendars here. Like when I work with codes and stuff, I'm looking at their calendar, which to us goes September to September.
Right.
And then we go January to January.
Oh.
And so it's, it gets confusing because you have all these halves everywhere.
No kidding.
Between the Hebrew calendar and our calendar.
Yeah, I was gonna comment too, out to all the listeners out there, just don't listen to any of those TV evangelists like Benny Hinn and Jack Van Impe, because I used to listen to Jack Van Impe a lot.
And we used to love him. I used to buy all of his stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch his show religiously every Sunday, but then when I found out he was a supporter of George Bush, that kind of got me, Or
how about when he started promoting that book from John Paul II, Crossing the Threshold?
Yes.
I couldn't read 3 pages. It was so blasphemous.
Oh.
And Jack Van Impe promoted this book on his show every week, in and out.
Really?
That book from the Pope.
Uh-huh.
And it was just so blasphemous. And I expect, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody told me he was a Jesuit working for Vatican.
Could be.
I really wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Yeah, because he's been supporting a lot of the Jesuits that are.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people that are Jesuits from the Vatican.
Uh-huh.
And so you got to wonder. And I think everybody's just lost. So many people that you put your faith in, you listen to, and then over the years, you just kind of lose it along the way.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed, in him. It is disgusting, and plus, I don't say that people don't see like the evil behind, George Bush's eyes. I mean, just look at him, and
oh, I know.
He just looks evil.
The lights are on, nobody's home.
Yeah, his eyes are just evil.
And you don't have to be smart to be one of Satan's. Just be controllable.
Right.
He has to be able to control you. President Bush made a blunder last week that I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, what was that?
So fitting.
Uh-huh.
And then he made a comment that you have to keep repeating the same things over and over again so people pick up the propaganda.
Oh.
Yeah, we know it's propaganda.
Oh, man. Talk about, laying the
cat
out of the bag.
Yeah, and he comes out and says that, you have to keep repeating it so they pick up the propaganda. They know it's lies.
Jeez.
They know it's hogwash.
It is, yeah, all of it.
Yeah, they're all working together to bring Satan to power, and
right.
They're all possessed and controlled.
Mm-hmm.
If not by the reptilian beings, by the demonic beings themselves, because they're
right.
swearing oaths of loyalty to Lucifer and their secret societies. Not to mention they're born from the Satan seed line. They already got half hybrid blood in them. I mean, it's a war. It's a huge war people don't see happening between the Lord's people and Satan's.
Yeah, if your eyes aren't open, you don't see it, right?
And you've got Satan's own generals being born as humans to work in the last days, just as you have the Lord's angels from the past coming in and being born as humans to work against him in the last days. Right. And then you got all these millions of people caught in the middle.
Yeah,
it's a huge war.
Yeah, a lot of innocent people caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, and there's a lot of his elect that are waking up that he leads to me. That I can just tell when people start sending me emails or calling the show or whatever that they're waking up. They have callings on their lives in the last days.
I saw one of them. I'm waking up. That's for sure. I'm awake. I'm awake now.
Yeah, and, you know, I wake up every day. It never ends. You just keep waking up more and more and more and more.
And the way you're talking lately about, especially that article, Call to Arms, how the Lord has warned us that we should defend ourselves when the time comes.
Yeah.
Like you yourself, I'm sure you're armed and ready at home. I'm pretty sure, right? And as far as like getting ready to defend your family, as far as like weapons, I know that was part of the article you wrote.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? He just says leave the results to him.
Oh.
And so it doesn't matter what you know, I'm not talking about people going out and building, you know, stocking bunkers full or whatever, unless he's leading them to, but do something. Just don't roll over and say, okay, take me, I'm going. I'll walk right to your relocation center. Go ahead and take me to the train.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fight for your life at that point.
Especially for your families.
Yeah, you know, don't go to the relocation center. Even that's fighting. Quit being so submissive to Satan. You know, so many people are submissive to him. They listen and do whatever he wants them to.
I know it's
and then the Lord, you know, our lives are a gift from the Lord. And if people are listening to him, he would be able to reach them and tell them not to go, the things not to do.
I know you've told people, like, if they feel led to leave the country, just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be here for the I'm here for the long
time. I know you say you're going to go down with the ship. I remember you saying that was your quote. And I know you're prepared for what's going to happen to you. And
yeah, well, you know what? I have a death code for every day of the week, of the month, of the year. I mean, I don't really have them. I don't even care. You know, I just get up every morning and I go to work.
Yeah,
you know, this is my work. This is the only thing I do.
That's your mission.
Yeah, and so I don't care if I have, you know, 100 days or 2 or 1,000. You know, I don't even think about it. I just go to work.
But everyone else, you just say, just leave the country, right? I mean, or just
if the Lord leads them
do what you got to do.
You know, you're not going to be any safer going to Canada. I mean, I don't know how many Americans I've heard. I'm going to Canada for what? They're worse than we are.
What about Mexico?
I would head that way. Definitely. If I was trying to survive and spare my life, save my life, I would be going to Central and South America. I would not be going north.
Yeah, you know, I thought about that. South America would be best.
You know where Costa Rica is, where all the CIA's families live.
Really?
So you think they're going to bomb? They should, but they won't. That's a safe haven for government and intelligence agencies. It's Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
And so you might be safe sneaking in there somewhere.
Oh, that's good advice then.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
No problem. We'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That wraps up the show for this week, folks. Next week, June 6th, we start Monday nights from 9 to 11 Eastern Time. I'll have it on my website. Steve will change it on the main Reality Radio Network show site. Tuesdays, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm on at Aliens in the News. You can catch that at aliensinthenews.com. I'll see you next week, everybody. Have a blessed week, and God bless.